Well, it's been a nice day here at Berlin 61, but now I'm waiting on my shuttle to Guatemala. I am stoked and ready to go. It is a little before 6 o'clock in the morning. They should be here about 6:30, but I was already awake and I figured I'd come out here and enjoy the street view. So here's all my gear. I pack light, only carry on. Hopefully, I can keep my important things off the roof. There is a chance of rain this afternoon, and I expect it to rain along my trip, especially in Guatemala, possibly as I approach the border here in Mexico. Okay, this is the first stop. It's been about 3 hours, been riding around the bus, but only 2 hours on the highway actually. It's been an hour riding around town picking up all the other folks on the shuttle and taking a 30-minute break for breakfast. I'm just having a piece of bread, some pan, because it's going to be a long trip and there's no need to make more trips to the bathroom than you have to in discomfort. So this piece of bread cost me $1.50 roughly, or 30 pesos what I actually paid. So my take so far is this has been a lively trip. There's lots of speed bumps causing you to have to slow down. Twists and turns haven't been bad. And the aggressive three abreast passing on a two-lane road is quite exciting. But I've seen it in more in Peru, so nothing too crazy. Driver seems quite safe so far. Well, getting stamped out in Mexico was easy peasy, no problem. Except for a few people that can't speak the language at all, or clueless and don't have their paperwork. So this is the immigration office, just after you cross. When you see this sign, you know it's time to go get your passport stamped. Easy peasy, going through immigration into Guatemala. You only have to show your passport. No PCR test, no COVID test, no proof of vaccination. Next, I just got to find my next bus. Okay, so my take of this adventure, the shuttle from San Cristóbal to Panajachel, Guatemala, and the border crossing is definitely cheaper to just wing it and take Colectivos and the chicken bus, and it's very likely quicker. I will say it's a caveat that I'm pretty sure that the shuttle vans were more comfortable than most of the Colectivos that I encountered and saw along the way. Now, it may seem easy and straightforward to take the shuttle, but remember, you're going to be slowed down by the weakest link, and there's quite a few clueless gringos. And when I say that, I mean Europeans as well. Drunken Canadians. Hey, most Canadians are nice. But there's one really other older, clueless gringo that couldn't get her paperwork straight at the border. It's really simple. But some people just don't want to be prepared, or they lose their paperwork and they can't speak any Spanish and they're clueless. And then the tour guides tried to get people like me to help them translate what was going on. It was quite entertaining. But this slowed things down dramatically at the border crossings. When I walked up to immigration in Mexico, I had two fingers in my book, one to the my picture and information, and the other to the stamp. All he wanted to see was stamp page. He never looked at my ID, just stamped it, and on my way I went, because I was one of the few apparently that was prepared. Then we took another short ride after a long wait waiting for the field didn't have it together. We took a short ride to the border, then we walked across, and you can see a sign. It'd been easy to bypass most of these steps, but that might cause a lot of problems on either end if you go back to Mexico, or if you try to fly out from the airport, you don't have your entry stamp. It might be problematic. So don't try that, hint, hint. At any rate, it was just as easy going into Guatemala. They did look at my ID page and they flipped for a blank page and stamped me right in. No questions, no fuss. was very easy. If you have common sense and you're organized, go ahead and wing it. Take 2 Colectivos, as I explained in my previous video about how this could be done and laid out both the options, and then get a chicken bus at the border, and you won't have to waste an hour or two while they shuffle all the guests from different groups that they were in previously, and maybe one of them wanders off because he's drunk, like one of the Canadians on my second bus, although most of his fellow Canadians were voting to leave him, but they wouldn't do that. Anyway, if you want to support these videos and get all these crazy tips, it's easy. Check out the Vimeo down in the description or hit it up here on the screen. And if you want to see the video I alluded to about how to do this, click it right here on the card. Now, those of you who have made generous donations or came rafting with me, and those of you who want to come rafting with me next season between Memorial Day and Labor Day, check out fastfreds.com/raft. It'll give you all the intel details you need, and pay close attention. If you want to raft with me on the weekend, you're going to have to run the class 4 section. During the week, we only run the class 3 section, so if you only want to hit the middle of Ocoee, I suggest visiting me on a Monday, Thursday, or Friday. And these are the names of people who have come rafting with me or made generous donations via Venmo. And also, please keep in mind that the sponsors are really important too. Speaking of which, I really miss Cat's Deli and the awesome coffee there. Although the coffee here in Guatemala almost rivals the wonderful coffee in Cat's McKaysville Deli. It's awesome. I miss the bagel sandwiches. I can't get those here. Also, you might want to check out their kosher gravy and bacon. It's really good too. And they also have kosher sausage. All kidding aside, you got to go check it out. And tell Nancy Fred sent ya.